Today's question is, why don't you do a what I ate in a day? I sometimes wake up in the morning to find these sorts of messages. Why don't I do a 30,000 calorie a day challenge? You will see a lot of these younger YouTubers, they do a challenge, and then they'll wake up in the morning and they'll say the rules are I've got to have as much food as I can eat. And they will go on a whole day of gluttony, and they will sensationalize it, and they will publish it, and it doesn't help anybody. And that is the number one reason why this channel does not and will not do that. So many channels are based on getting clicks. They want views because by way of actual content, they have very little. And this is not an attack video, but this answers the question why we don't do that on this channel. And it's because there's no reason for it. It is counterproductive. These younger YouTubers, about 22 to 20 to 30 maybe years old, they are in their prime of life. They're usually very physically active, and they either toy with intermittent fasting or some conscious eating method where they're thinking about their weight. So if a guy in high school can eat 10 pancakes and then go out and work out, he's not going to gain weight. If someone in their mid-20s or 30s stuffs down an entire day of food and then they're physically active, they're not going to gain weight. Or even if they're not that physically active, but they just do that one day. So the impression they're giving to their audience is that they are some kind of badass, that they are somehow so awesome for sucking down 5 Big Macs and 5 large fries. It's not only gluttony, that's not only sensationalism, but it doesn't apply to everyone. And that's the next reason that it is not done here, because it may not be the right move for you. And this is what I regret in this channel with regard to splurge days. A splurge day is good. Eating a lot one day is just fine. But when I say that that's okay, it has a negative effect because I get people that emulate it and they think the idea is to gorge. So if I do a video on this channel and I say, I'm going to wake up and eat all day, I'm going to start out with 5 burritos, and next I'm going to go to 10 hamburgers. If I do something like that, I'm going to get people that will do that, and then they're going to write me and say, I'm not losing weight. And it's the same thing with these other channels. Case in point, the newest one that I can think of, Blake201. I get people every week now emailing me about this guy and saying, how is this guy not gaining weight? He eats like a mountain of food on his channel. He's a smaller channel, but has a number of followers, and he's a proponent of intermittent fasting, right around, I think he's about 30 years old. Well, if he's very physically active, he's doing a controlled, time-restricted feeding window, then naturally he's not going to gain that much weight. It is not surprising, folks, for someone 30 or younger to be able to vigorously keep moving and fast and not gain weight. And that's the beauty on this channel. I can eat what I want and not gain weight. But I'm not going to be stupid about it and put up videos where all of these foodies and food addicts are just going to come running up and clicking, oh, look at this, he's eating like a mountain of mashed potatoes here, and he didn't get fat. That's irresponsible, but it's not only irresponsible because it can not work for everybody, but because it's really harmful to other people, like diabetics, or people who don't have good control of their blood sugar. So if I, who eat a lot of white rice, if I recommend that for everybody, I would be rather clueless, because some people don't react well to certain types of foods, and that's another reason this channel has not done any recommendations on foods, because foods will vary. I don't think you should restrict anything. I don't think you should cut out food groups. I don't think you should go on any tangents or cleanses, because they tend not to work. But I'm not going to tell you for sure that that's the way, because whatever keeps you in balance is the best way. And that, of course, is what 30,000 calorie a day challenges, what I ate in a day challenges don't play to. They don't play to control. And this channel's all about control. Folks, I'm still getting all of the good emails here from those of you who are stopping drugs, who are stopping alcohol because of the self-control you learned while you're fasting. And I really think that's what you should be pursuing, rather than thinking about all the food that you can be, that is online. You know, why would you do that? Why would you go to a channel and see a guy suck down a bunch of pancakes and french fries? How is that going to make you motivated to stay in control? It's going to do the opposite. It's going to make you motivated to go out and eat like hell. And we've all been there, where we have a day where we say, you know what, I'm going to just throw caution to the wind. I'm going to eat if I think about it at all that day. Recently, I have had days like that. But as always, when those days come, I don't feel my best. And they're the least productive days. So if I come out on a channel and I say, here's what I did, that's going to send the wrong message. And that's why we never do that with this channel. In terms of food, I don't want anybody to fall in love with the foods I have because, as I've said, they may not be the foods for you. So if you are a fan of some of these sensationalist channels with all these showmen who are just showing off, usually younger YouTubers, not always, that's fine, but I don't recommend, especially if you are an upcoming YouTuber and you're starting to get somewhat popular, don't get into this sensationalist trying to get views claptrap. Don't try to impress other YouTubers who are more popular, and don't try to buy into the one-size-fits-all deal. It's not that way. And if anything, I hope this video has served to kind of balance the tide on that, because for those of you who are doing this gluttony, doing this superpower pig-out meals, you're really hurting the cause. You're hurting self-control, and every time you go to the store and you see one of these huge ladies who are poking along in the scooter with an oxygen mask on because they can't breathe because they're overeating, you're actually helping that. You're actually going out of your way to make somebody less stable, less in control, less responsible. Whether you know you're doing that or not, you absolutely are doing that. Please stop doing it because it's not a good idea. All right, that's enough for today.